prosperity and abundance through the Most High Elohim. I am Mrs.Melaninreigns, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be back with you all. So today I really want to cover the attitude of gratitude after dealing with narcissistic abuse. But before we get into that, I really want to just update my subscribers about why I'm covering narcissistic abuse consistently on this channel. Now, it will not be the only topic that I cover, but it will be covered frequently because in the past, if you've been with me for a few years, you know I've covered narcissistic abuse in the past, but as of recent, I really got the experience that showed me how destructive and how alarming this is, and also how, I almost said normal, but how prevalent and how we're literally surrounded with a narcissistic system in society. So I'm covering it because these type of things a lot of people think are normal. Like even when we are covering like childhood trauma and we're covering our spiritual awakening and things of that nature, we don't really realize, and I won't say I'll say I didn't really realize the impact of narcissism in our society and how these types of relationships, family dynamics, and whatever else, jobs, all of those things, I didn't really realize how prevalent they are. I didn't really realize how destructive this energy is. And the last few times that I did cover narcissism a few years back or a couple years back, I covered it more from an intellectual standpoint, I want to say, with the understanding that I had faced narcissistic abuse on some level, but it's nothing like what I've just experienced as a recent. And so when I say recent, the malignant narcissist that I dealt with, I haven't seen this person since October of 2020. So it's been quite a good amount of time. I had to break contact completely in March of 2021 actually. And I mean, I didn't even know what was happening to me. Like I didn't even know. Like I literally wouldn't have went and re-studied narcissism if that person didn't call me a narcissist. And I believe he called me a narcissist because he watched my video on YouTube, and I think in there I said something about having narcissistic traits, which I have a completely different standpoint on all of these things, which is why I'm recovering it again. But more importantly, I'm recovering it because, again, friends, family, people I love are going through these things. They don't know. A lot of people think abuse is normal. A lot of people think abuse is just, oh, this is just how families are. This is just how relationships are. And it's absolutely not. It's absolutely not. And because we haven't been able to pinpoint those things in the past, it keeps a lot of us in sticky situations, and a lot of the times my focus is on the children and how much children are suffering in these dynamics, So that's just a little bit about why I'm covering narcissistic abuse again. So I don't want to have anybody in a state of fear or in a state of lack and limitation. But if you know me, you know I am a spiritual counselor. I cover all different types of topics, and I thrive on vulnerability. I thrive on honesty. I thrive on being emotional and honest with you all, and I always have. So, and I'm not saying like I've always been completely honest. I'm not saying that, but the root of my work has always been from the heart and from the true essence of the spirit. So that's why it's important for me to bring this information. And then also because I was a twin flame reader in the past, and I co-signed that dynamic to an extent, and I can't co-sign that anymore because that, again, like I said in I think one of the first few videos when I came back, it's a dance between a narcissist and what people call an empath. And I know that there's so much rhetoric out here, where people are saying, oh, there's no such thing as an empath. Well, an empath would just simply be a person who has heightened empathy, okay? People who are truly at heart and at spirit, they're in tune with the Most High, you know. And when we say the Most High, we're referring to a power source, the highest power source, right? So I'll leave that there, but that's why I'm covering narcissistic abuse again, because it's extremely important for me to kind of really bring that awareness. Will I be doing coaching on narcissistic abuse? I won't. I do have a narcissistic abuse resource list where it connects you to different coaches that you can reach out to that can help you, but I won't be dealing with that, because that's something very, very deep. That's something very, very deep. Like I said, I had no idea what was going on with me, and I'm a pretty aware person. I really am a pretty aware person, but yet and still, here we are. So anyways, when it comes to the attitude of gratitude, first and foremost, I just want to give thanks to the Most High. I really do. I want to give thanks to the people in this platform and all of my platforms. I want to just give thanks, because I'm so grateful for my journey. Like if I hadn't started my journey back in 2012, this would have been even harder for me. I really wouldn't have had the support that I had. And granted, did I reach out to a bunch of people? No, but just being connected to so many loving people already, based on the work that I was doing in the community, or based upon the ways I've helped other people, the things I've poured into other people, all of those things came back to me at the right time. When people think about narcissistic abuse, maybe they're just thinking about conceit, or maybe you're just, and I'm not just saying just a toxic person. A toxic person that's a heavy weight. But to some degree, if we all want to be honest, we've been that toxic person to some degree. I know that I've been toxic the most when I was out of alignment with who I truly was purposed to be. When I really started to like get, not defeated, but I started to feel like, why am I doing all this? And people, you know, certain people are doing all the wrong things, and I feel like they're thriving in this way or that way. That was my attitude around 2018 to 2019. If you've been on this channel for a while, you know I had a car accident back then. And I felt like all of the people I had poured into wholeheartedly just wasn't there for me, right? But there's so much more that goes into that. It's not that you'll pour into certain people, and they'll pour back into you. It's that when you put that love out, that love is coming back regardless. A lot of times we defeat our own mentality and our own good works by thinking it should come from a specific person. And that's not how that works, you know? So my attitude of gratitude is really just coming from like, wow, everything is truly purposed. The Most High works in mysterious ways, but everything is truly purposed. And the attitude of gratitude, it not only raises your vibration, but it also puts you in a space of reflection. It also puts you in a space where you can also just improve upon yourself. And apart from improving upon yourself, it's like you get time to sit and really just be grateful, whether it's for the fact that you just have a home, whether it's for the fact that you just have money, like even if it's only $10 in your bank account, that $10 you can use to get a small meal, whether it's because you have family, whether it's because you have your children, whether it's because, whatever it is, just the simple things, breath in your body when you wake up, the attitude of gratitude is definitely worth it. Is worth it. So I just wanted to share that little positive piece of information. I didn't get too much into it because it was shared with, you know, the other stuff that I had to cover, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of you. I am trusting that, like, if you're on this journey, like I'm on this journey, please strive towards your healing. Don't strive towards feeding your ego more information to make you feel good as grade A supply or whatever the case may be. Continue to heal. Know that you can heal genuinely and go upon your path to be who you have been purposed to be. So with that, I am Mrs.Melaninreigns. I will be back with quite a few videos because I've been gone for like a week or two. And we'll talk soon.